Did y'all see this flash mob? Man, this happened Sunday, I believe.
Bobby, the LAPD.
This is one of those things where I don't know if things are different now or things are getting worse now, but that's how it feels.
Bobby, the LAPD believes that at least some of the people in that mob were also part of a street takeover earlier in the evening in Willowbrook, which resulted in a shooting, and then may have been involved with another street takeover after they left this 7-Eleven. But it is what happened in between that was caught on video, and the reason the LAPD held a news conference here this morning. Take a good look at this video. It is from last Sunday at the 7-Eleven at El Segundo and Figueroa. The mob, take a good
Y'all see this? There's a mob outside of a 7-Eleven.
look at this video. It is from last Sunday at the 7-Eleven at El Segundo and Figueroa. The mob of about 100 people just goes through the store, ransacking it and destroying it, stealing everything in sight. They even jump behind the counter and start handing out cigarettes and lotto tickets. Police are also particularly interested in finding one man on the video wearing a Colorado Rockies cap and a backwoods jersey. He actually starts throwing bananas and chips at the lone terrified employee. Police say the people on this video could face charges of vandalism, looting, and grand theft. And again, they think they came into the store from a massive street takeover just outside. And now the LAPD is vowing anyone caught at a street takeover will have their cars impounded for at least 30 days. No excuses, no exceptions.
We really want to prevent this from becoming a new trend where they think that they show up and take over a street or a freeway or any part of the city, that they're just going to be able to do whatever they want, come into a store and take what they want. And we're here to basically say it's not going to happen.
Now, you've seen the people on the video. The police say they could be your neighbor, perhaps someone you work with. And even if they're young, police say it is really important that you give them a call, because this mob mentality, these mob events can turn dangerous very quickly.
Man, this is, it's something that we have to be very aware of no matter where you live. The United States right now is still a country. I'm calling for a peaceful separation. If you're not, I don't know why. Because we are one body, whether you like it or not. We are a union of states. And if we have a cancer boiling up in one state, it is only a matter of time. If it's not stopped, it's only a matter of time before it is at your doorstep. And this ties into these woke DAs. And you look at this, they're in a 7-Eleven. What the hell is in a 7-Eleven that is worth risking your freedom? What is in a 7-Eleven to destroy your integrity? What are they doing for some chips? This is beyond. This is a collapse of society. It's a 7-Eleven. It's not Fort Knox. Not that I would say that's okay. But we've seen them go through like these jewelry stores and do these smash and grabs and whatever. That's very bad. But they're trying to get stuff they can flip and sell for money. What are they getting from here? They're throwing around bubble gum. What the hell is going on? Everybody got their cameras out? Like they're ratting on themselves. They're behind the desk throwing cigarettes and this stuff. Look at this dude, this big dude over here. He doesn't need any more donuts. He doesn't need a slushie. He doesn't need anything that's in a 7-Eleven. That dude right here, he needs to break into a Planet Fitness. And I'm not trying to be mean about that. What I'm saying is this doesn't make sense. Are we seeing a collapse economically? structurally, they're jumping over the counter, getting all these random things that have no value, no health value, no monetary value. I mean, nothing significant. The cigarettes are probably what's worth anything in the 7-Eleven? The cigarettes? They're not even going in the register. There's a dude that got turned into human Swiss cheese in a bodega in New York. Why? Over a bag of potato chips. And there's a flash mob. What are they stealing? Wrigley's? There's nothing there. A slushie? They look serious. Look at this woman right here. She got her hand out like, help me out. Man, I've never seen anything like this. Closest I've seen to this was when they had the facade of George Floyd and many people were, protesting at night. Some people who had good in their heart, but when you protest at night, then you give cover for people to do stuff like this. So now all they did was they carried over the George Floyd nonsense and they dropped the pretense. There's no more fake facade. There's no more using the dead body of a black dude to say I can do whatever I want. Just F it. I'm just here. I'm just going to do whatever I want. Now, there's economic pressures going on, and it's hard for me to believe that doesn't play a factor. Another factor is, of course, there's a woke DA that's involved in the LA area. George Gascon, he survived the recall effort. And the cops can do whatever they want, but if he doesn't want to prosecute, then it doesn't mean anything. So they tried to recall him, and it was funny. They threw out a lot of signatures. The California County's Register Recorder, Dean Logan, announced that almost 200,000 of the 700,000 signatures on the recall petition were found to be invalid, with nearly 90,000 of them not registered to vote and nearly 45,000 signatures being duplicates. So I'm not saying that there was anything wrong done. That's just a lot of signatures to have removed. That left 520 eligible signatures just shy of the 566K that were needed to move forward. So they barely failed in recalling this dude. And this isn't like Chesa Boudin, where the man, the billionaire behind them, walked away after Chesa Boudin got recalled, and then they in San Francisco they said you got to get the hell up out of here. The man behind the money said, "I don't know who Chesa Boudin. I don't know that." He was like, "That who that nigga? I don't know that nickel." He's like, all of a sudden he's like, "I don't know him." He didn't say it directly, but people associated with things he doesn't do much directly. I mean, he's done these op-eds, but people through foundations who are indirectly funded by him said, "We don't know that nickel." And so we don't know who Chesa who. And the people who wrote about Chesa Boudin were like, "We've been writing about him associated with y'all for years and never heard anything like y'all concerned about it. Now he got recalled. All of a sudden they're like, Chesa who? Chesa what?" But they can't do that with this dude. Oh, they're fully behind this dude. So it's interesting that the signatures didn't come in to prevent this kind of guy from stopping the flash mob, from being recalled to prosecute people, at least to a level to stop this type of flash mob. Now, there is something out there, and cracking down from the prosecutor level is not going to solve this problem. These are economic pressures. Just had Carlos on the show here. If you go back, we were I put Liz Cheney in the thumbnail, but Carlos from Patriots of the American Republic was on, and we were talking about gas. And everybody, I'm sure you're feeling it. You go eat out. I got a family of 4. You go eat out. You're dropping a bill. And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a restaurant. I'm talking about like a Greek place, like a takeout. Get the 100 ready. At least that's my experience. If you're going to go to even McDonald's, you better take out a 50. I don't even do cash. I'm just doing it. I don't even carry cash anymore. I'm just doing it hypothetically. I literally don't have cash with me, which probably isn't a good idea. But if you're going to eat out, like there's a Greek place we just went to, love it. Bill, get that hundy ready. So if you don't have your job right, or you don't have, you're struggling, you got nothing to lose. You might go up in this, especially if you're young, you might go up in that 7-Eleven and be like, I was catfished by Joe Biden. They told me to vote for him. I don't follow politics. And the inflation is not all Joe Biden's fault. This is a Federal Reserve issue. This was an issue through Trump, spending through Trump and beyond. But he obviously didn't do anything to help. And he made things worse. So you got sold a bill of goods from voting for Biden. Didn't give a damn about you and his disgusting family. And now you're hard up. People can't pay rent now. They can't pay rent. I was talking to somebody, their rent went up 40%. like you don't budget for that. Your pay didn't go up 40%. You might run up in a 7-Eleven. And that's just the start. Let me know what you think. Uncle Mao. Hike Martman says, Uncle Mao will take care of us, comrades. Yeah. They'll give you some porridge. We'll get to your Uncle Mao, whoever that is, if it's AOC or whatever. Let's say AOC could just snap her fingers and turn the U.S. into what she wanted to be. She would be up in the White House eating grapes. They would be feeding her white boyfriend with red hair and Birkenstocks would be feeding her strawberries and grapes, and you'll be eating porridge. That's what would be happening. And watching your back too to make sure nobody steals that porridge from you. You won't be able to put nutmeg in it. No flavoring, no sugar, no spices. Just cardboard tasting ass porridge. Like the Matrix. That's what would be happening under her rule. Not true populist left. I think the true populist left wouldn't stand for that, but their view of socialism is a utopia that's never existed. I'm not going to hate on that because my view of libertarianism is a utopia that's never existed. So we both in the same boat, aren't we? Why don't we team up?